Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Harrison, and I am one of the directors of the Robert H. N. Hove Family Foundation Center for Buddhist Studies at Stanford. On behalf of our center, and also the Office of Religious Life and the Buddhist community at Stanford, it is my pleasure to welcome you here this evening and to introduce our distinguished speaker, the 12th Tai Situpa. Before I do so, let me outline the plan for the evening. Our honored guest will deliver a talk on the subject of truth in a multi-religious world. After that talk, Stanford's Dean for Religious Life, the Reverend Professor Jane Shaw, will engage Rinpoche in conversation, which will conclude the program. We decided that we would not have a Q&A from the audience this evening to avoid running the risk of short speeches skillfully disguised as questions, or long speeches not disguised at all. But we hope that the questions Professor Shaw will ask will be the ones that you might have wanted to put to our guest yourselves. At this point, may I ask you to ensure that your cell phones are silenced and also to refrain from taking photographs during the event, which is being recorded. And now to introduce our speaker. His Holiness the 12th Chamgon Khenting Tai Situpa belongs to one of the most important lineages in the Karma Kagyu school of Tibetan Buddhism, whose supreme head is the Karmapa. This lineage began in the 15th century with the first Tai Situpa, Chökyi Gyaltsen, and has since that time played a key role in the history of the Karma Kagyu school, with the Tai Situpas being closely associated with the Karmapas as teachers and as students. Our distinguished visitor, Pema Tönyo Nyingje Wangpo, was born in 1954 in a farming family in western Sichuan province in the People's Republic of China, in what was formerly the Kham region of Tibet, a region renowned both for the creativity of its spiritual teachers and for the martial valor of its menfolk. At the age of 18 months, he was identified and enthroned as the 12th Tai Situpa by the 16th Gyalwang Karmapa Rangjung Rigpe Dorje. Leaving Tibet at the age of 6 for Bhutan, he soon moved on to Rumtek Monastery in Sikkim, where he began his training under the direct supervision of the Karmapa, who had himself been educated by the previous incarnation in the Tai Situpa line. He also received instruction from many other teachers, and we are delighted to have one of them here with us tonight, His Holiness's personal tutor, the Venerable Gegen Lama Lödre. In this case, Venerable is more than a mere title, since Lama Lödre is now 95 years old. Genla, we welcome you here tonight. The 12th Tai Situpa has spent nearly all his life in exile from his native land and from his monastic seat, Palpong Monastery in Sichuan, near the border with the Tibet Autonomous Region. In 1975, at the age of 22, he founded Palpong Sherabling Monastery in Himachal Pradesh, India, which has become his seat in exile. From this base, he works as a teacher, guiding his followers in Tibet and all around the world. He has traveled extensively, and his teachings have been published in many languages, with at least 9 books in English. As well as his work as a teacher, the 12th Tai Situpa is also active as a scholar, poet, calligrapher, painter, photographer, and a geomancer, that is to say, a practitioner of feng shui. Rinpoche has also had a keen interest in the martial arts, especially in his younger years, and I can personally testify to this, having been invited to squeeze his arm. He still has the muscles to prove it. He was also active in assisting in the training of the 17th Karmapa, Ugyen Trinle Dorje, in whose identification he played a leading role, testimony once again to the close relationship over the centuries between the Karmapas and the Tai Situpas. That relationship extends to our university. In March last year, we received a visit from the Karmapa. Tonight, we are honoured to host the Tai Situpa. Please join me in offering a warm welcome to His Holiness the 12th Tai Situpa to Stanford.
Tamke dukje shache rekson chong yenje medo duje pongjamba serje lumbo dabro jibego shakje jarbe shabla chansal lo Sir and Reverend and all the venerables, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the Holy Dharma. It is a wonderful feeling when a person who's supposed to be a spiritual person, myself, in such a spiritual surrounding and wonderful and beautiful holy shrine. I wanted to express my heartfelt gratitude for the Church and the faculties of the Stanford University who are involved in this function, where I am requested or asked to talk on the truth in a multi-religious world. Thank you very much. Actually, you have given me a very big task. Truth in a multi-religious world. It speaks 1,000,000 words, and there is 1,000,000 questions in this title of the talk. And only way for me to deal with this is by simplifying this for my sake. So, first, I like to simplify for my sake and share this with you. Religions are manifested from human beings. And it is for the benefit of humanity and human beings to benefit all the other living creatures. So therefore, truth is what is relevant to every living creature and every human being. The common interest, the common belief. That is, ladies and gentlemen, nobody likes to suffer, everybody likes to be happy. That is the truth. Isn't it? Do you agree with me? Okay. So, that is the simplified version of what is the truth in the multi-religious world. Or I can add to it multicultural world, or multiracial world, or multi-sentient being, all kinds of sentient being, big and small, all kinds of sentient being. So world is full of them. But everyone have in common is no one like to suffer, everybody like to be happy. So for me, that is the truth. Now, having said that, now I can elaborate a little bit because I feel safe. Yes. I managed to simplify it for my sake. Now, for your sake, I will explain a little bit more. So, definition of truth. It is what is relatively true and what is ultimately true. So when we relate these to all the religion, every religion believes in certain kind of principle, certain kind of rituals, certain kind of practices. At times, they seems to be quite diverse from one another, or even in one religion, there is some kind of diversity. But then, when it comes to the ultimate, then everyone is united. Because when you think about what I want from Buddha, what I want from God, you want so many things. Some people want better health. Some people want better home. Some people want their children to do well in their education. Some people want their business to go well. Some people want their job to go well. Some people want peace of mind. So there is enormous amount of wish that their faith can provide them. But then, ultimately, everybody's faith towards their supreme. For Buddhists, it is the Buddha. For other religions, I can't really speak on their behalf, but since I am involved in many interfaith symposiums and conferences and discussions, the God will somehow define the belief of all the religion. So the ultimate definition of God or ultimate definition of Buddha, it really have to boil down to one thing. That is something that is greater than what you are right now. You know, Buddha is greater than me, greater than you, each and every one of you right now. I can speak quite authoritatively when it comes to Buddhism, because I'm a Buddhist. But then I have faith and respect for every religion. I'm not saying this trying to be diplomatic. You know, I'm not a very diplomatic person, actually. I'm also a pragmatic person. I hope you are not disappointed. Yes. So this way, I'm not saying this to please anybody, but in my heart, I really believe. Because when a human being becomes pure, what he or she perceives from the ultimate source, that has to be pure and good. Eye of the pureness cannot see anything other than pureness. Even in the impurity, you see pureness as the essence of that impurity. In Buddhism, Buddha said, there's no ultimate evilness. There's no ultimate badness. Ultimately, everything is perfect, everyone is perfect. Relatively, some of us at times more perfect, some of us at times less perfect. But ultimately, everyone is perfect, everything is perfect. Good is ultimate, bad is not ultimate. Good is ultimate, evil is not ultimate. So there is no war between good and evil, you know? So it is the good that transforms evil into good. So that is the ultimate. Now, let me give you one simple example. When you get angry or jealous, you know, jealousy is very evil. You are not jealous when somebody is suffering, but you are jealous when somebody is happy. Don't you think that's bad? That's real bad. That's appalling. But it is true. You don't get jealous when somebody is in trouble. Oh, I don't get the trouble. He got it, she got it. You will never say that. So example with the jealousy, which is a very, very evil thing. More evil than anger in my mind. Anger is not good, but somehow anger is not as evil as jealousy. You know, angry, other people can see you are angry and they can protect themselves from you. angry, you are not efficient, because anger makes you like this. Even you wanted to hit somebody, since Sir talked about martial art. So if you are angry and like this, if you wanted to hit somebody, it wouldn't work most of the time, because you have no power, you have no accuracy, and you have no intelligence. Anger takes over you. So, but jealousy, it's very bad, because when somebody is jealous, you will not notice, and can get you without defense. And also, that person will be watching you suffer from a distance, safe distance. Yes. And it is very, 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 very bad. And I think many of the sufferings in this world happening right now or happened in the past, most evil sufferings are coming from jealousy in the form of so many different things. Well planned, way to make others suffer. Comes from jealousy, not from anger. So let's look at jealousy. If you become jealous, you feel you're jealous, you should have mindfulness and awareness so that you notice something like this rises within you. So, if you notice it and you relax and you look at it, then all the fallacy of that jealousy becomes so transparent. You don't have to do anything. The jealousy will dissolve. And your jealousy might become appreciation. Somebody is doing very well, and now you realize your jealousy is for somebody doing well. And when you realize how stupid that is and how appalling that thought is, then you just don't want to have anything to do with it. Then what happens next is, of course, why not? Why not? I wanted to be happy, so does everyone. So that person got some little happiness, some little success, some little glory. So I'm happy for him, I'm happy for her, I'm happy for them. That should be the next thing. So that way, every religion, every spirituality preaches us tolerance, compassion, love, kindness, openness, all of this. And when you practice this, it is so wonderful, so beautiful. You are healed right there from within. From within. You could be suffering a lot But once you realize, it is not only me who don't want you to suffer, but all living creatures, they don't want to suffer. So now I can see what is suffering because I am tasting the suffering in me. And so this way, then you have so much sympathy and respect for all living creatures, for their struggle. And this way, you sincerely wish no one suffer. And at times you will be surprised actually. At times you might think, may this suffering of mine will be the suffering of everyone. May I suffer on behalf of everyone. Since the suffering is happening already in one's own life, then let it be the remedy for everybody's suffering. So you never say, why me? You know, when somebody have problem, many times they say, why me? It breaks my heart. Honestly. And then you will be able to say, why not me? If you agree with me, please say, why not me? Okay? When somebody is happy and doing well, instead of getting jealous about it, why not them? Why not them? Why not them? Yes. So I'm very happy. At least I managed to make you say it. Yes. And then the next step is, I want you to be able to mean it. But I think all of you are Americans. I came to United States of America first time in 1981. Since then, what I have noticed with Americans is you speak your heart. You express what you feel. I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but at least those I knew quite closely, they are like that. Of course, it doesn't mean that there isn't people like that in other parts of the world. It doesn't mean that. But all the people that I knew are like that. When they are happy, they express happiness. When they are not happy, they express unhappiness or keep quiet. And they will do something for somebody if they want to. They will not do something for somebody if they don't want to. They will not. You know? So when I say something like this, when somebody does something good for me, I say, thank you very much. I have really given you lots of trouble. You know, some of my friends tell me, I wouldn't do this for you if I don't want to. Don't thank me. Well, that's America talking. So this way, when you say it and repeat it after me, I know that most of you mean it. Otherwise, you wouldn't say it because I say so. Who am I? You know? You will say, who do you think you are to tell me what to say? Yes, I like that. I like that. Who am I? Who am I? So, I say this sincerely, and you repeated it. I said it sincerely, you repeated it. So, I think great accomplishment between all of us. Yes. From now on, of course, it doesn't mean we will go and look for suffering. Of course not. I will not go and look for suffering. No way. No way. I want to add something, but I think in the Holy Shrine, I have to watch my words. So I will not add something which I normally might say in other environments. So here, I will not. In the shrine of Buddha, in the shrine of Christ, in the shrine of God, we have to watch our words. Yes, very important. That is sign of respect, sign of respect. And sanctity has to be respected. Now, from today on, I and you, all of us, should be able to have this natural reflex. When something not so good happened to us, we will do our best to avoid the problem. But instead of saying, why me, we will say, why not me? Okay? If it has to happen, then it should be me. Because I don't mean to be presumptuous, but we know something about what is suffering. There is lots of people out there who have no idea what is suffering. Therefore, they hate it. And they will say, why me? Why me means what? Read in between the line. Why not everybody else? My goodness. I couldn't believe I said that. But that is the logic. Yes. And so when somebody is happy, when somebody doing well, normally people who we know, the jealousy is also very strange. You have no jealousy to a stranger. If somebody is having a big celebration, a big party, you will go and enjoy and take pictures and talk about it and praise about it, But if it is somebody who you know and your own religion, part of your own religion and part of your family or friend circle, then you will have jealousy. Don't you think that is strange? But that's how it is. That is how it is. So this way, when somebody is doing well, instead of saying, why him? Why her? Why not her? Why not him? Good for him, good for her. I rejoice. From today on, I think we should reaffirm that this is what is going to be in our head spontaneously. Yes. So many things coming to my head, but I have to look up there. And then, watch my mouth. Okay. People think I'm a little bit funny, but I don't mean to. But somehow I was born like that. What to do? Anyway, there is a boundary for that. Humors and so on. There's boundaries and limits. So I follow that. And then when we look at individuals in our century and the previous century, I am 20th century person, and most of you here are 21st century person. So in previous century and this century, the individuals who are great example for us. Mother Teresa, late Mother Teresa, she is a great example for humanity, and how she practiced her love and kindness towards others. And then present living person, His Holiness Dalai Lama, is perfect example how he teaches throughout the world the compassion and love. His embodiment of love, his embodiment of compassion. We have living example. And these great beings are doing everything in action. But then we, as the witness for what they have done and what they are doing, we should be following their footstep. And there isn't any good thing that is too good for us not to follow. You know, something is too big, too good, we shouldn't have anything to do with it. No. For me, Buddha, 2,600 plus years ago, attained enlightenment, and I wanted to attain the same thing. It's not presumptuous thing. That is not wrong thing. That is the right thing. And I guess, being in the house of God, that Jesus Christ, what he have done for the humanity, if I be a little presumptuous and say a few words, okay? So I think we are to follow him. And he is our example. It is not that if we say, may I be like him to do the good that he have done for the humanity, it shouldn't be the wrong thing. It should be the right thing. As a Buddhist, I can say this because I always say, may I become Buddha to help all living beings, all sentient beings to become Buddha. That is the most correct thing as a Buddhist. It is not ambitious, it is not outrageous, it is not disrespectful. That is the ultimate way to respect Buddha, ultimate way to appreciate Buddha, just by wanting to become like him. Okay? So, this. And then, excuse me. And then, going back to the truth in a multi-religious world, going back to this subject. Now, in this world of ours, we need everything to solve the most urgent problem that humanity is facing. What is that? Where is the problem? Where is the source of the problem? It is in here. Okay? It is in our own head. We are full of knowledge, which is very good. But if we don't transform our knowledge, then it cannot become wisdom. So it is like eating food. When we eat lots of food, if we able to digest it, then it become health. But if we are not able to digest it and burn it, then we become obese. So in our century, there is big danger that we can become the knowledge obese. We know too much, and we are not able to transform the knowledge into wisdom. Therefore, knowledge will become a burden rather than beneficial. So, this place, the Stanford University, is the institution which provides wisdom. And wisdom based on knowledge. When I saw this beautiful church, and solid church, I mean solid, like a redwood tree, tall as it is above the ground, the root is as deep into the ground. So that is what solidness represents. And when I saw that solidness and beauty and so much thought, that dedication went into every single little thing in here. I mean, not little thing, every single big thing. They're not little, big. So very big, everything. It is sign that humanity did not lose the hope. And so in the middle of the education center, there is the wisdom center. The ultimate of the knowledge is to transform it into wisdom. And that is what this establishment, physical presence of the church in the middle of the university represents to me. Soon as I entered this roadway and saw this magnificent structure, that is what came to my mind. My great teachers, my masters, always told me, you practice what you have learned into your life. Then your knowledge will become wisdom. Otherwise, your knowledge will just remain as an information, and you will become very proud of having them against those who don't have them. And knowledge has to be transformed into wisdom. So I feel so good here, and I can talk for hours and hours. I can talk until tomorrow if you want me to. Because I feel so good. In the middle of the great education center, there is the spiritual establishment, so solid, so beautiful, so thoughtfully established. Not just a wishy-washy little thing, easy to be blown away by one wind, one big wind, it's gone. Not like that. It survived several big earthquakes. And you can see, I was admiring the structures that were put later after the two major earthquakes. So this represents to me how precious the entire institution here consider this place is. They don't want it to fall down. They want it to stand here forever. Of course, there's no forever. Forever is very, very long time. Forever means billions of centuries, but it will stand for a long time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So at least everybody attempting to serve this way. So therefore, it is essential that all of us, we have the potential to have wisdom. And because primordial wisdom is our essence. Primordial wisdom. I give you a very simple example. If you have a problem in your life, if you have a problem, if you just say, leave me alone for 30 minutes and just sit down and relax. Calm down. Calm down, fellas. Calm down. Then you will find the solution for your problem. When you have a problem, if you are hysterical, you will never find the solution. You will make it worse. Yes, you will make it worse. But if you just sit down and calm down, the solution comes from within. And that is what we call primordial wisdom, Buddha within. And as a Buddhist, I can say loud and clear, each and every one of us are the temple of Buddha. Buddha lives in each and every one of us. And therefore, we dare not do anything that is no good, because I am and we are the temple of Buddha. I can say that loud and clear. But then I really believe, I don't want to be very loud, but I want to be clear. I hope I'm not being too presumptuous. In the house of God, we are the temple of God. God lives within us. And we dare not do anything that is unbecoming and no good. We dare not, because we are the temple of God. I hope I'm not being too presumptuous. But we are the temple of Buddha. I am not presumptuous, because that is what I was taught by my great masters. That is what I try to understand all my life. From the age of 1.5 years old until today, age of 63. I tried my best, and I will keep on trying until the end of this life. And I pray that I will keep on trying for all my future lives to come until I become the Buddha. And if it happens in 100 life, that will be jackpot. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That will be bonus. I think that's okay. Yeah, that will be a bonus, great bonus. But even it takes 1 million life, no problem. Each life I improve 1 millionth of a time. And This life, I'm so happy. And I'm so happy here to be with all of you, with all the spiritual people, education people, and so many good people. And we all wanted to do everything we can for everyone out there who are not here, out there, hundreds of millions of them. We all wanted to do everything that we can to make them feel like way we do. I feel good. Boy, I feel good. I tell you, I feel awesome. I feel awesome. That's the blessing of my gurus. That's the blessing of Buddha. Buddha up there, as well as Buddha in here. When these two meets, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I guarantee you, there's nothing like it. Okay? So, I'm very happy to share this with you as the response to the request from this august institution and also this august department which involves with spirituality, both Christianity and Buddhism, and then also Judaism. The rabbi is here, and many other faiths are represented here one way or another. So I'm very happy to share this with you. And I don't mean I feel good at the pulpit only. This is a blessing, of course, because so many great words came from here and went to individuals that they have taken at home. And it has planted so many great positive seeds in every home where the teaching, the message is taken from here. Of course, I feel good and honored, but I don't mean that. Just being me in this life. You know, I'm not saying who I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be somebody who's very holy, very sacred, very important, very big, very this, very that, you know. So I don't mean that. But just receiving all the blessings that I have received, and just by being so honored to practice what I practice, I feel so good and so awesome all the time. So I wish you all have the same, I'm quite sure. You feel awesome too? Yes, you all look awesome. Yes. And when you laugh, you sound awesome. Yes. So I pray that you will keep up with it and let this great, grand seed of wisdom grow within you forever, forever. Not just for you, for everyone. Minute that you change your mind and you want it to grow for yourself, then it will start growing, I tell you. I warn you. Yeah. So it has to be everything that is good. It has to be for everyone. For everyone. Don't be selfish, okay? Don't be selfish. Yeah. Because being selfish is the source of all the evil. Being selfish is the source of all the suffering. So even good things will turn bad. So don't be selfish. Take care of yourself, of course. Eat well, sleep well, you know. Do everything that you like, but with mindfulness, with awareness, with principle, with discipline, and with honor. And if you can feel honored to do what you are doing, then it is good. It has to be good. You will not feel honored if it is not good. So, all the best. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for receiving whatever you have received. This is not from me. I am just the wire, the bulb, but electricity, the light is coming from its source. So everything that you got here is the blessing of the lineage, of the enlightenment of Prince Siddhartha, Gautama Buddha. Thank you. I thank Buddha. Thank Buddha. I'd like to say a short prayer, dedication. Jinna dewa chosu ngo pende namka chabarashok dungna dunghar dagi kur kowa dunghar ji jamso tongbar sho. So what I have said is, if I am happy, I dedicate it for all sentient beings. Ocean of sentient beings. If I am suffering, I suffer on behalf of all sentient beings. May they all be free from suffering. I mean it.